Right now, police are searching for a woman. They say she shot up a home, leaving 2 people hurt. Around 2:30 this morning, police say the woman drove up to the house on West Magnolia Avenue and opened fire on the home. 2 men inside that home were hit, one in the leg, the other in the arm, and both were taken to the hospital, but they're expected to be okay. Also now, police looking for a man they say was involved in a shooting at a medical center area bar. 1 person was injured in that shooting. Rania Kaur explains more about the investigation.
Police say it was a fight outside of the bar that led up to the shooting.
It happened at Smitty's Pub on Gardendale right before 2 this morning. We don't know why the men were fighting, but police say at some point one of the guys pulled a gun and shot the other twice in the back. The man who was shot was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. The suspected shooter took off and police have not been able to find him.
President Trump leaves the G7 summit in Canada early and returns to Washington, D.C. as fighting between Israel and Iran intensifies. The president saying he wants to monitor the situation from here. That conflict now in its 5th day with Israel and Iran exchanging missiles. According to CNN, just hours ago, Israel attacked the Iranian State Television while live on air, and the Iranian military struck the Israeli Military Intelligence Center in Tel Aviv. More than 200 people were killed in Iran and at least 24 in Israel since the fighting started. President Trump says he wants, quote, a real end to Iran's nuclear program.
We're not looking for a ceasefire. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple.
In a statement issued late last night, the G7, a group of 7 nations, expressing support for Israel's right to defend itself and labeled Iran a source of instability in the Middle East. KENS 5 now also getting a response from HEB after a multi-million-dollar lawsuit filed against the company. That suit alleging a serious crash in 2023 involving one of its workers could have been prevented. Earl Sedemeyer dug into the documents and tells us what the top grocery store in Texas told him.
HEB worker Manuel Mendoza Jr. was arrested on June 11, 2023 in Hays County after he was involved in a multi-car crash injuring 7 people. Since then, he pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 10 years for the crash. Now, those injured are seeking compensation. The lawsuit claims HEB, security providers Universal Protection Service, and Allied Universal, along with 1A Smart Start, were negligent to prevent the crash. The lawsuit states Mendoza showed up to work on June 10th at the San Marcos HEB Distribution Center at 3 p.m. The lawsuit alleged he would use substances throughout his shift. The filing states Mendoza left work at 1:12 a.m. under the supervision of Allied Universal, a security company. Once Mendoza left, the first 911 call came at 1:34 a.m., almost 20 minutes later, about the crash on I-35 north in Kyle. Investigators say he was going 100 miles per hour. According to Mendoza's arrest warrant, Kyle PD officers reported Mendoza having slurred speech, no balance, and could smell alcohol in his breath. Mendoza reportedly denied taking a field sobriety test and getting his blood drawn, but did admit he had a drinking problem and relapsed. According to the suit, Mendoza had a previous DUI conviction and was supposed to have a breathalyzer installed in his car by Smart Start, but this wasn't done. In December, Mendoza was sentenced to 10 years in prison after pleading guilty to 4 counts of intoxication assault. This morning, we asked HEB to comment, and the grocery chain responded saying it is sad to hear about the case and those involved. However, HEB stated it doesn't sell, store, or allow alcohol or drinking at this work location. The company says Mendoza was not working at the time of the crash and his work duties did not involve driving. We also reached out to Universal Protection Service and 1A Smart Start, who are also named in the lawsuit and are still waiting for a response.
SeaWorld San Antonio will soon start early rise hours for the summertime, starting June 21st. And on select Saturdays, the park will open at 8 a.m. so you can beat the heat. That opening time is 2.5 hours earlier than usual. That's your KENS 5 News Now on this Tuesday. I'm Sarah Forgany. I'll see you tomorrow.